My name is Stevie. I'm from Wales. I recently got diagnosed with arthritis, I'd say, in 2019. They weren't exactly sure it was arthritis at first. The tests are still ongoing, but that was when my inflammation first started. The joints that I would say I was experiencing pain in first off were my fingers, mostly this index finger here. And then it went mostly into my wrists. And then after about a year went by, I started getting it in the balls of my feet, in my ankles, my knees, my hips. And then it traveled like right to my shoulders, my neck, and my other side, to my left side then. But first started in my right side, in my hand, and then eventually spread across most of my joints in my body. Turning my steering wheel, changing gears in my car, sometimes pressing on the clutch even would hurt. I couldn't carry my shopping. My lift in my apartment broke when I moved in, and I live on the top floor flat. So walking up, like God knows how many stories, was almost impossible. Even boiling the kettle, trying to lift the kettle to pour the boiling water was agonizing for me. Getting in and out of the bath, showering, being able to turn around certain angles, I couldn't do. And to be honest, every single day was just a constant battle. I was living in Bali and we had to do a river walk barefoot. And obviously with arthritis in the feet, you already feel like you're walking on rocks. And I had to walk up a river on rocks. And I remember the pain was just excruciating. I couldn't continue. Missed out on a really good day. But there's been plenty of times I've had to miss out on things, even playing tennis with friends and just doing any activities with friends was always a struggle. Obviously being 27, 28 and having a debilitating disease, it isolates you, and it created so much anxiety for me and so much loneliness. And yet I suffered with my mental health, I would say, as well as my physical health. Before starting this program, my pain out of 10 was a solid 10. It was agonizing. And now since completing the program, I can say my pain is only here and there and is probably a 0.5. And I'm able to now live a normal life again. Before starting the program, I literally couldn't make a fist. I was probably about here, I would say. My knees were really, really stiff. I couldn't obviously go up and down stairs. My ankles, the balls of my feet were terrible. Some days couldn't even get in shoes. My hips would seize up every time I walked. For longer than 20 minutes, I'd seize up. I wouldn't be able to walk any longer. And now, obviously, having completed the program, I can do all of the things that I've wanted to do. And I can make a fist, which I'm super impressed with. I can now run upstairs. I can go on walks for longer than an hour and I'm completely fine. My joints and my pain has gone just right down. I used to struggle so much as an estate agent driving around in London with my arthritis. Turning the steering wheel was an absolute nightmare. Changing gears, changing the clutch, all of it will cause me some pain, to the point where sometimes I actually slipped off the steering wheel. I couldn't sit upstairs on a double-decker bus because going up the stairs I just found too embarrassing, because I know how long it would take me to get up there and then getting back down. Now I'm able to do Krav Maga again, which I've picked up, which is an impact sport, believe it or not. And I have no trouble, no pain the next day, which I always convince myself of, I might be in some pain tomorrow. And I wake up and I'm completely pain-free. And I'm like, what? This is the life I live now. And I'm also doing yoga every day as well. And I'm able to hold all the poses, which I'm obviously super chuffed about. So before starting this program, I felt like I'd gone through this physical debilitating disease all on my own. And then obviously I met you. And you were able to show me that I'm not in this on my own, and it is normal to be of a young age and to suffer with this disease. It's not just within the elderly. But as I say beforehand, it was super isolating, had such an effect on my mental health as well as my physical health. Really, really did get me down. Got me so sad, really. But yeah, you gave me that hope, I guess, and that push, that I'm not in this on my own. It is normal to be this age and to be struggling with this disease, but you don't have to let it take over you. You've basically given me faith again, I guess, and you've made me realize that there is hope for a better life, and you've given me exactly that. So yeah, thank you. I'd say the program first started properly working for me was literally after 2 days. My pain and inflammation just went straight down. Stiffness in the mornings barely existed. And then I think the 2 weeks after that was quite an intense diet, of strictly certain foods. And that was for the 2 weeks. But during that 2 weeks, I noticed the pain barely crept back up. It pretty much stayed down. And then as I started introducing all the new foods into my diet, gradually I was able to pinpoint exactly which foods it was that may have been creating any inflammation. I think I was quite lucky in a sense that little of the foods were creating any inflammation. I think the order in which you gave me, the diary, the food diary, just completely worked for me. And yeah, I was able to notice the results pretty early on, to be honest, and they were very everlasting. So I'm grateful. If you're watching this testimonial and you're skeptical of what Chris is capable of, I would say don't be. I am proof, that you can start this, and there is hope, basically. And if you're told by the doctors multiple times, as I was, that the only way you will live with this disease is if you are on strong toxic medication, then please think again, because the lifestyle, the diet, the exercises that Chris gives to you are spot on. And I've never felt more free from this disease as I have since I've been on this program. There is hope for as long as you're willing to commit to yourself fully, which you've shown me. Self-discipline and commitment to yourself is more important than anything in life. And here I am now, able to live it to the fullest, I guess. I would absolutely 100% recommend this program to anybody who has lost hope, anybody who is struggling with this disease, anybody who, lacks that enthusiasm for life again because they're so consumed with their pain. Please do this program. It's completely transformed my life. I now know what works for me, what works for my joints, how to get them strong again, what foods to eat and when I need to eat them. And I couldn't be more grateful to have had this opportunity to do this program with you. And I really hope anybody else struggling the way I was is freed from the pain the way I've been as well. So yeah.